What's good, guys, man? I just wanted to talk about the problems that are commonly associated with overnight success, specifically in the music industry. I feel like these days in this industry, especially with things like TikTok, artists really just want to blow up as fast as possible. Like, people don't want to grind anymore, spend time working on their craft. Everyone kind of wants to use that Soldier Boy blueprint. I wouldn't say he invented it. Maybe he was the first one, you know how Soldier is, but he did kind of perfect it, man. He blew up overnight at 16. He was like 17 years old with a #1 record already. But the problem with this is that majority of the time it just doesn't last, especially when they blow up so young as well. Think of it like for every Chris Brown, you have 100 Soldier Boys. And that's just specifically the artists that blow up super young and super fast. Now, this don't include like, former Disney Channel stars and shit, because they kind of already have a whole fan base before they've even dropped their first record. But as for rappers whose success was kind of overnight, that's your Lil Pumps, your YBN Namirs. They blew up fast, blew up young, but it was over quick. And that's not, to take anything away from their talent or shit on them, but it's kind of normal. A rapper's shelf life is really only like 3 to 4 years. This was the norm for a long time. It's only because, niggas like Drake and Kendrick, they kind of changed shit. They changed shit heavily. Like, having 10+ year runs like these niggas are having, that's not the norm. Think about like 50 Cent, for example. Probably had the strongest debut a rapper could ever have, but by 2007, the nigga was already kind of washed. What did he drop after that? Before I Self-Destruct, that drops like 09 or 10. And that's kind of it. Not only his career wiped, but like New York rap in general just never really, no one from New York reached those heights again. First album dropped in 03. So, what did I say, 07? That's only 4 years, bro. This nigga was really only hot. He was on top of the mountain for only 4 years. So Soldier Boy, he didn't really do nothing wrong. He just followed the normal lifespan of a rapper at that level. He peaked early and you slowly fade away. Compare this to an artist like Future. You go all the way to Dirty Sprite 1 or his Streets Callin' mixtape, or even like what's his first real hit would be like Racks on Racks. I don't know, someone from Atlanta let me know. Maybe there was another hit before that, but let's say Racks on Racks, that's 2011. So after that, he has Tony Montana, Turn on the Lights, and for a while he's kind of just, the hook man, killing every feature. He could definitely drop a hot single back then, but his albums themselves, they weren't really selling like that. Honest, that was like his first attempt at trying to like really be mainstream, and didn't really go off like that, even though I think the album's super underrated. But he ain't give up though. He was patient. He went on that crazy mixtape run after, man. Monster, Beast Mode, the joint with March Madness on it. Like, he took his time to really build a fan base, man, and real momentum. Then he drops Dirty Sprite 2. Everything takes off after that. You already know he took off. But my point is, Future dropped his first tape in that 2010, man. This isn't even when he first started rapping. That's just the first tape. Like, pretty sure you'd find stuff on mixtape sites back in the day when that Piff and sites like that was still alive. But he was rapping all the way back in, I think all the way back in 04, and he even had a different name. You can go search that up, I don't remember. But think about that. He probably didn't start seeing real money. He didn't start seeing real change, real cash off his music till like 011, 012. And really, he only became the Future we know today from like 2015 onwards. DS2 was his first album to go #1. So think about that. It took that nigga a good 10 years to finally see some rewards for his work. Like, a lot of this shit is gonna take a while. You just gotta keep pushing. The vast majority of rappers ain't gonna blow up in their teens or early 20s. That's the age you're supposed to be working, and you really need to accept the work really never stops. That's why you gotta do some shit you enjoy, so that you actually have the urge to stay consistent. You can't force it. But yeah, man, take your time, be patient, let the shit happen naturally. Whatever God's plan is what's gonna be. You might not get it the first, second, even the third time, but there's no really such thing as a loss when you're starting out. You should be seeing those as learning opportunities, making sure you don't repeat the same mistakes, you feel me? You didn't know before, but now you do, type shit. But anyway, that's my little take on that, man. Let me know if you want me to expand more on this topic or not. Let me know if there's anything you agreed or disagreed with, man. Sean Don, I'm out.